Whoa.
Hello, welcome back. Yes, we are back and ready for Game 2 of the series. I'm sure that everybody was tuning in for the first game as well, so you kind of know what I'm talking about. But just in case you don't, and just in case you just woke up, turned into the stream and like, what's this? You know, barely awake. It's Sunday morning after all. You're allowed to sleep in, but let us give you some entertainment while you do so. It is Fnatic versus Mineski, Game 2 of the upper bracket finals of the Southeast Asian qualifier for the CORSAIR DreamLeague Season 11. That's right, a major. And the winner of this series gets a slot in said major. Loser is not entirely out. They can fight for another slot in the lower bracket. But I mean, it's an important match, and it was a very interesting game 1. I'm here with Lizard, ODPixel, I'm Shiver, and game 1, the first 10 minutes were completely dominated by Mineski, and then first 15 minutes completely dominated by Mineski, and then Fnatic all of a sudden just woke up and started owning in return.
One single black hole mist relieves the pressure off of Fnatic. They just take the game instantly. They just take full control. Once they lost that black hole, that imminent threat that was always above their heads.
Yep.
Yeah,
and then it's game over.
Yeah, Mineski just they just kind of lost a little bit in terms of.
Yeah, Mineski, what are you doing?
Like they had a good idea at the start. They were approaching it in the right manner, and it just all fell apart.
That's split push. If they just continued.
Yeah, they just kept splitting.
Kept splitting for like not 2 more minutes, for 5 more minutes, because Jug would take that ages. Then you continue splitting because they still have no way to catch you.
Yeah, because RJ had insane farm, and then turned up to the fights and just kept dying.
Yeah. And even with that black hole, like when they planted it, Morphin was still in base, healing up, because they caught him a second earlier. So he didn't die, but he wasn't there. So, yeah, I think Mineski can definitely take the game and the series too.
Yeah.
But Fnatic, they did show a lot of discipline. They showed like a lot of mental strength to come back in a game such as that one, because it must be really annoying to be like split pushed by an Enigma hiding in the trees and Puck with travels on the other side. You cannot catch them. It's so hard. So
and then in a game as well, Ice made a great recovery. You know, he had one of the roughest starts we've seen Ice have. You know, it was not a good start for him. But he came in clutch later on, and he was solo killing pucks. I mean, I don't know how much that's necessarily on ISSI doing a great play, and the puck just.
I mean, that's ISSI is doing a great play, honestly, because how bad do you have to be as Puck to die to a Darkseer solo? It's not about the Puck. It's just that Darkseer was super good.
Yeah, okay.
I mean,
so you're giving credit to that. But you should, because you shouldn't die as because he had blink, as you know.
Yeah,
but he used that orb, and ISSI perfectly followed with target with the wall.
You now can target that wall a lot better. Once you see where the orb is going, you can target that wall instantly. You can do that very fast. The moment he got out of that orb, he obviously wanted to blink, but you can't because you're in a wall. You're taking damage.
The new wall. You're gone. Is nice.
ISSI is a good wall builder.
It is.
He can build great walls.
Great walls, the best walls.
It's very nice. So, well, I mean, we'll see. The next game, sort of. I mean, if you are Fnatic, even though you won that game, do you maybe ban out some of these sort of split pushing heroes, or do you say whatever? We can still.
I mean, they beat it, right? Yeah. They aren't going to be afraid of it. So.
I think the scariest part for Fnatic this previous game was how well Ajit was able to farm. That bottom
but then
lane
he fell off a lot. Like
but was that was because of the hero? I would imagine, or maybe was that because
he messed up? Like he just. He
messed up. He got caught mid as well.
He got caught every single time in the late game fights.
Enigma messed up with that black hole. He messed up being caught like a few times.
Like he was so far ahead in farm at the start. Like he should have been invincible. We saw a couple of fights at the start. You know, he was turning into Earthspirits, turning into Darkseers, and keeping himself alive. But. Sort of when the fights really mattered and it all started to crumble, it seemed like he just crumbled as well.
Do you then want to have more focus on bot lane so that, because even though obviously they crumbled late, but it still went really well early game, what are you going to do to prevent that from happening? What are you going to do to make sure that Mineski does not have as good of an early game as they had this game?
Does it? As we saw.
Yeah. Let them have a good early game.
All right. I don't think that's the strat, you guys.
Well, I think it is. You know, they've just seen the Mineski. It doesn't matter if Mineski have a good early stage of the game. game, they're liable to make mistakes.
I think
Just let them win. Give them the
think
lanes. They're gonna throw. That's how you play.
as a team, as a professional team, I don't think you want the enemy team to give you. You don't want to give anything away. Also, not a good laning stage. So you got to do something against them.
Yeah, but they didn't really. I mean,
Yeah.
'cause it was only the bottom lane that was terrible. Like mid lane, Arbez DK was like.
But you could
Exactly.
prevent that.
He was doing fine. Jug and Lich were doing fine top. Like it was only one lane they were losing. They weren't really losing the laning stage.
Yeah.
It was just the fact that out of the lanes, you know, Mineski were making plays and they were getting kills. But I wouldn't say they didn't really lose the.
Yeah,
like,
Puck did well considering he was versus
Yeah.
the Dragon Knight,
Yeah.
but there's not a whole lot that Puck can do there. And then the other lane was Jug and Lich. Like
yeah,
Enigma did
MP
also.
had a great game from start to finish.
Exactly, it's an Enigma, but they still did well. Enigma obviously is going to deny a lot of creeps versus any hero, and Jug is no different.
So what are they gonna focus on this second game then?
Well, I think Fnatic's
Focus on unity, mental strength.
Yeah.
Focus on focus. Don't lose focus. All right. Use that. Who, Fnatic or Mineski?
Well, at this
I
point,
didn't
doesn't even
focus.
matter.
Just stay together. You have to believe in yourself.
Power of friendship.
Power of friendship. You can do it. Never give up. Never surrender. Eye of the tiger. I don't know.
I mean, I think, yeah, for Mineski, we said their draft was pretty hard to execute. Like you have these heroes like the Enigma and the Morphling, and you are required to pull off these clutch, flashy plays, and they were just
There's your answer.
able to do so.
Jugger ban. That's the answer to all the problems.
No, I mean, MP had an amazing game.
I mean, but he's gonna play some other carry that's just as strong. Jug got nerfed. Jug is great, but he's not like so broken that you have to ban him. There are answers to the Jug that they could have maybe thought about a bit earlier, but they didn't. They went with the Morph, and honestly, Morph can scale well versus him. And if that game went later, if Morph had a good time, if he didn't get caught a couple of times, it would have still went Fnatic's way. I don't think Jug is a problem.
We saw as well, for Mineski, the Enigma did do a lot at the end. For KP, it was a lot of damage. It was just a little too late. They had that sort of dicey mid game.
Too little, too late. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah.
But I honestly don't consider that. I don't consider that Jug as such of a big an issue. I think they aren't banning Darkseer and Earth Spirit combination, and Fnatic if they can grab it again in the first phase. I mean, all right, that Darkseer didn't do so well in the laning stage, but
you saw what sort of game he had when he didn't do that well in the laning stage.
Exactly.
So you imagine if that ISO Size, 9 out of 10 times he is going to have a good laning stage. So if he had a good laning stage, that game would have just been a wipe. It would have been even easier for Fnatic by quite a bit.
Yeah, so they're gonna ban out the Jug and the Rubik.
Yep.
All right.
I don't know about the Rubik ban as well. That's
interesting. Interesting to say the least.
Prioritizing that route because there's so many of the tier 1 heroes still left in the pool now.
5 seconds
I mean,
remaining.
The problem is now if you are Fnatic, you're basically in a situation in which you have to ban Lich or Grimstroke, or you have to pick one of those two heroes. There's okay, so you ban Kunkka, you most likely are gonna.
Which one did you take?
Actually, you don't have to. Like Mineski has to take one. They took which one did they take the last game? Lich.
Oh, they're good.
Mineski had a Grimstroke and Fnatic had a Lich.
Oh,
Yeah, right.
So
They do the same.
so they do the same. Yeah. Basically, you're in this situation if the banning phase has ended, the phase 1 banning phase, the stage 1 banning phase has ended, and you haven't banned the Grimstroke or the Lich, they have to be picked because you cannot allow a team to have both of these heroes in the same line.
What?
Oh, Wim Ranger,
All right,
first pick.
I'm taking that back. Are they gonna get Lich Grimstroke then? Is that what's happening?
They can get Lich Grimstroke now.
Analyze this, please.
I mean, Pango, obviously, Size loves it. It's one of his offlane heroes. I mean, hey, back in the day, it won them a major.
Wind Ranger, though, did get buffed.
Wind Ranger.
Yeah, got buffed a little bit.
What were the buffs?
Yeah, they did something to her. I can't really remember.
I'm trying to remember what
Was it the damage or something to power shot? No, it's the range. It's the range on her ulti, I think. It's
I
a
will
bit buffed.
find out.
Yeah, so
I think you're right.
Your focus fire has like 25 or 50 more in something like that.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Not the biggest buff ever, but it can matter.
But picking it first pick, that's...
Wind Ranger has
stuff.
2 changes. Both are talent changes. Level 15 talent increased from plus 100 attack range to plus 125 attack range. And Wind Ranger level 15 talent increased from plus 100 power shot damage to plus 125 power shot damage.
So talents, power shot damage, and
which one do you go for? You still go for... Well, depends on the game normally, I guess. No, it's both level 15.
So they were both level 15 ones?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I mean, you go for the power shot damage.
I suppose, yeah.
Generally,
I think so.
depends on if you're a carry Wind Ranger, you might want to go for the range.
I must put some heroes on the... Let me find that Wind Ranger, actually.
Yeah, we've not had her out yet. Yeah, Wind Ranger.
Wind Ranger.
Wind Ranger, all right, all right.
Where's he going to go? Is this going to be some support Wind Ranger?
I think so, like some position 4, like the way Saxa used to play it.
I think
so many
like,
players
if you're picking
before.
it first, it's got to be support, right?
So Wind Ranger, we're going to put her here on the offlane together with the... Is there a Pango, perhaps?
Yeah, Pango is here.
Oh, yeah, so Wind Ranger is also going to be there, right next to that boy.
I'm putting Grimstroke safe lane for now.
Yeah, makes sense, definitely.
Mineski banning out Arbed's Deucer.
Well, actually, I will sit now, because now there's first 4 bans.
Bans, yeah.
Actually, there's only 1 more ban. All right, I'll
One
stand
more ban.
with you, Lizard.
What we got?
Let's go. So, what do you make of the Wind Ranger? Because
I mean, it's still a hero that can work. It went out of the meta completely, but I think Wind Ranger is fine. With these new recent buffs, I don't think they change a whole lot, but yeah. I'd still rather have an Earth Spirit or a Tusk position 4, but... I mean,
both being ignored this game.
They obviously have some sort of a plan around that Wind Ranger. And Wind Ranger, remember, it is most likely the support, but it is...
There's a chance.
Yeah, there is a chance that it's a position 2 Wind Ranger, that it can go mid also, like 4 or 5. It can work either way. Why exactly in this game is it picked early on? That's on Fnatic to show us, like, because we haven't seen it. We haven't seen it in the meta. And
I mean, Fnatic is 1 game up in this series. This could be their final game, so maybe they still have this one strategy that they have, like, in case we need something special, this is what we'll pull out, and this is what they prepared.
I mean, I wonder,
it could be.
I wonder if they can still fit the Tusk into their lineup because, you know, Wind Ranger and Tusk is nice and Pango and Tusk is nice. I mean, Tusk is nice.
Yeah.
I would not mind if they just had Tusk and Wind Ranger as their 2 supports because I think the tag team with the focus farm, with the swashbuckle can be, you know, make these heroes incredibly strong. But we'll see what way Fnatic wants to go. At the moment, obviously waiting to see what their 5th ban will be.
And they Lich ignored. This is interesting, too.
Yeah, completely ignored.
Yeah, they
even though you have Grimstroke and Puck,
Yeah.
that's so much teamfight. Earth Spirit picked up, okay. So Earth Spirit is going to be that. I mean, this is weird because Earth Spirit is usually played as position 4.
Well, I meant, yeah. So how
So you have Wind Ranger position 5 most likely, or
I think Wind Ranger 5.
I think because it's going to be Wind Ranger 5.
most likely Wind Ranger 5, then
Earth Spirit 4.
Yeah.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah.
So this is a weird draft definitely coming from Fnatic, and it's going to be very interesting to see how they do with it, because I'm not, as you might have noticed, Pango isn't really on top of my list of best heroes currently. I don't really appreciate it that much. And
look at the Magnus Mineski this game, so they can go for that strong melee.
yeah, Troll is opened up instantly. Anti-Mage is opened up. These heroes would work really well for Mineski.
And they'll go for the Life Stealer. You know, they couldn't get the Jug. What's sort of MP's next best hero? Definitely is Life Stealer. They've got good vessels for it as well. Pretty much all 3 of these heroes before with mobility spells.
Yeah, Life Stealer are gonna go to that safe lane with Wind Ranger.
And Magnus Dire offlane?
Magnus Dire position 4.
Yeah, they're gonna go offlane because you already have Grimstroke.
Gonna be support mag.
Yeah, possibly some Magnus resembling that of Chuash from Navi.
Yeah,
Boots, Magnus running around level 1, trying to push people into the tower with that skewer.
I mean, it's worse.
But it's going to be hard this game, though, because none of these heroes you can really skewer under a tower. There's a Rage, there's a Swashbuckle, you know,
Yeah,
there's
that's
Rim
true.
Run. Like these heroes, they don't really
Yeah.
care about being skewered too much.
That's a problem. Sometimes you're playing like a Tusk or a Magnus, and there's just nothing on the map, or Pudge, let's say.
like, who do
and
you
there's
go
nothing on the map that you can do because they have mobility or some sort of an escape. So
And we'll see what the hero is going to be. They grab with the Magnus. I mean, the big one's left in. Still got your Troll. Troll's probably the #1. Magnus, pairing here that's still in the pool.
and it's good versus Lifestealer as well. It can work definitely. So Troll, probably the option for them. I mean, there's Anti-Mage too. Not truly bad.
Nah. But I like Troll a lot better. Can deal with the Lifestealer better too.
Yeah. I'm down for Troll, definitely. Anti-Mage was banned out the last game.
Oh,
PA.
PA.
I mean,
PA
of
is
course.
also very good.
How did we not mention her?
Yeah, PA Magnus.
The original.
The original Magnus combination, yeah.
PA Grimstroke
OG.
lane?
Yep, PA Grimstroke, also a good lane. You have the Blink plus the Inkswell. Overall, just a solid lane. Then Magnus later on is going to empower her and she's just going to destroy you.
So we are lacking a mid and possibly an off laner.
5 seconds.
Mid for Fnatic. The one for Abed, and Mineski, and Moon.
I mean,
No,
for
they-
Mineski,
oh,
you
I
can
think
still
the
put
Puck's gonna
Puck.
be off
Yeah,
lane.
you can put Puck off lane.
Puck's going to be off lane.
Yeah, actually, Puck plus Magnus offlane isn't that bad if this is the lane because Puck hits hard enough with like an alt talisman. Then you have Empower coming from Magnus, so this Puck should be able to deal with Wind Ranger and Lifestealer, especially considering Puck doesn't really care about NS, about Lifestealer on that lane.
Well,
So-
it looks like also with Fnatic's ban there, they are assuming that the Puck's mid.
And Magnus is maybe a KP Magnus or something.
Oh,
Yeah.
that, I mean, it can be
could
that.
be,
It
could be.
can be
Yeah,
like
it could
definitely. Puck does have his strengths on this lane, but he can be mid too.
Oh,
He is going to
It
be
is.
Elizabeth.
It's gonna
Okay,
be
so
Puck
they're
mid.
gonna-
It's
they're
gonna
gonna-
be Doom offlane.
So now Fnatic know that, and they can pick something mid that they feel goes well against them. Whoa.
Wow! All right, who got out?
sorry,
Magnus.
I got
Magnus is
knocked
out.
over to Magnus.
So you got this free pick against the Puck. Is there anything you're taking mid to
Versus Puck.
to beat the Puck? Is there anything that's
I mean, they can
comes
go
out?
for that DK again, right?
No,
the ban.
DK got
DK's
banned
banned.
this
Yeah, it's
time.
banned.
All right.
Which other heroes were still in the pool? How does just humor me? How does Wind Ranger do against Puck mid?
Well, you can do fairly well.
Yeah, or Visage. I mean, no, how about Visage is definitely scared. That's your side.
That's my side. Visage is gonna be all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have your micro player playing that Visage, so it's not gonna be your classic just right-click Visage with the birds. You know, they can actually see some plays. Abed, to be honest, like I'm a micro player. I love these meepos, Visages, all that stuff. He's the only micro player like that I really respect truly that's left in the game that still plays these Visages, meepos, whatever.
Yeah.
Because he always makes some sick plays. You know, it's not like. There's a lot of Meepo players that are super good, and I don't want to take anything away from them.
No,
they're
sure.
better, they're great,
But
I respect them.
There's a real
But there's
difference,
difference, yeah. Like, I played RTS a lot, Warcraft 3 and stuff, and competed in it. And there's a difference between Abed and these other players.
Okay.
Like, you see some players, they play Meepo, they tank up, they buy that blink hacks, whatever, and that's it.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
just-
With Abed, it's a bit different. You have
he's more than just tabbing and W.
He's just more than tabbing and
yeah.
W. You're gonna see like one Meepo circling around, running somewhere, the other E-blading, the third one Earth Binding, you know,
Yeah.
so it's pretty
Okay.
good.
All right.
Well, here we go. So
I feel like it's gonna be Abed Meepo.
No, Visage.
Sorry, Abed
Abed
Visage.
Visage.
My bad. Abed Visage. Because I'm not convinced about Wind Ranger. I kind of like Magnus PA.
Magnus PA. yeah.
like this is the thing. I think that Fnatic they're the better team today. They do have a Visage, but it's always hard to predict against a PA because it
A
is that
Magnus
it's that
PA?
much of a BS hero.
Yeah. No.
especially-
This was not me going for Fnatic.
Oh, you're not
This was me saying,
Whoa.
I'm kind of thinking that
Well,
Mineski
you
got
have to
this
go
because
one.
Magnus PA.
We'll choose one. So you go Mineski.
Yeah. I'm going for
it
Magnus
really is.
PA.
It's as RNG as the PA's crits. It's like, do you go with the team that has a PA Magnus because they're going to get that sort of BS crit and just win a game, or do you go with the skill of the Visage and the fact that Fnatic can just overrun it? I think I will still go with Fnatic because I do believe that with the Visage lineup they can do it. But I'm preparing for some PA stuff to happen and suddenly Mineski win.
All right, so this is my reasoning for Fnatic. I'm going with Fnatic as well, and that's because they're laning Doom versus Nyx. Nyx should do fairly well versus that Doom, and Doom is the only hero on the side of Mineski that's able to buy that utility that's going to stop the Visage from pushing and taking over the game. They need a tanky Doom, so in my opinion, Fnatic is going to win, but they have to crush the Doom.
Magnus PA though.
Yeah, they can't let him. Magnus PA does not matter if your Visage is taking all your towers 20 minutes in.
This is true, and Abed is one of those players that could definitely start doing that.
Yeah, so just crush the Doom so he doesn't have that early Crimson Vlad's pipe. If you do manage to do that, even though I hate Pango, I still think they'll be able to take over the game.
Oh, let's see. See the mid lane, how far ahead Armo can get with this Visage. And Arjit had, as we saw last game, great time with the farm, but when it came to coming into the fights, he did get caught off guard a few too many times, and did result in making the game very hard for Mineski. Attempted skewer by Febby to see if he can get the rune, but won't be the case. Fnatic are able to get 3 of the 4 bounty runes to begin the game.
Yep. That means Fnatic won. 3 bounty runes.
That
Over.
Is simple math.
They do have they've gone for a lot of bounty runes. I like that from Low Tech as well, from the same region. 2 teams that just value those bounty runes pretty highly, which is nice. The DJ Wind Ranger. I mean, I love Wind Ranger, but as a competitive hero, I'm not convinced.
Yeah, no one is. And it's gonna be like, this is my issue for Fnatic, definitely this lane. Wind Ranger plus Pango, like what is this?
No, it's a lane that you wouldn't see any other team.
Yeah, like, like what does this lane even do? Like, can you pressure the PA? I mean, PA isn't really the strongest hero. She's quite squishy early on, but dude, Pango.
Like a power shot and a swashbuckle.
Oh, I mean, power shot in a swashbuckle. Yeah,
so
definitely.
If you hit that PA,
you can maybe push the lane like that. Maybe that's the that could be the plan.
I mean, the high ground defense is pretty strong.
No, I mean, on this lane, you swashbuckle, you power shot, and then you pull the side camp or something like that. I mean, there are many heroes that did this. Like, it's basically the Kotl game plan. But so far, DJ is just gonna be happy running away from Pylite Eye. Just, yeah. That's something you can do. You can run if you're Wind Ranger. You have that wind run, and you run.
Hey,
just run like the wind.
What's in a name?
Yeah.
make sure so the other lanes aren't getting ganked by any sort of movements.
Yeah. Right now, I think they're doing fine on this.
Yeah,
Pango has 2 CS. That's better than most Pangos that I've seen here recently.
Well, and Pango is level 2, while PA is still level 1. Actually,
Yeah,
though PA has a big wave coming in.
Yeah, it's a huge wave coming her way.
We'll see if the Magnus and the Grimstroke are gonna let her have most of the experience.
The Puck versus Visage isn't really great though, and the Doom versus Nyx is horrible. I think that's where the game is gonna be decided if they have these lanes.
Whoop!
Well,
Jukes.
A nice little dodge there from KP. We'll keep him alive. Top lane though, fair beat.
Febby,
That was close.
hurry.
Where's the power shot? Oh, it's still level 1.
Okay, they are turning.
Oh,
the blink.
that is a scary
He's got
time.
Swashbuckle.
Come back in a second.
Should have it, yeah.
There's a sound.
5 seconds. Oh, the
Paul's
pause.
coming out from the... Ooh.
Oh.
Triple
Wow.
DC. So what we got to do is that out.
That is...
MP, Jabs, and Arbed are on land together apparently, and apparently Ice
Isn't.
and DJ are not.
Yeah, Ice is
they're
chilling in his
surprising.
slippers and home.
He's probably at home, yeah. DJ as well, I guess, chilling at home.
Yeah. Yeah, I would imagine so.
So horrible when you're if you remember when DDoSes were a thing all the time,
Oh,
and
yeah,
you'd
that
be
was
on a boot camp with team, it
crazy.
happened to
Oh,
me
yeah.
as well.
Did you ever get DDoSed?
I got DDoSed at home.
Yeah.
I got DDoSed at the boot camp. At home, like in Bosnia, I called my ISP, like,
Yeah.
and I told them, like, what's happening? I'm losing internet. And they told me, like, listen, we're gonna sue you.
Sue you?
Yeah, we're gonna sue you. Our whole network has collapsed.
Well, why would they sue
because-
you?
I don't know. And I'm like,
What?
like what? And he's like, yeah, if this happens again, like, we're pressing charges. And I'm like, dude, I'm not doing anything. Like, what are you
What did you
talking
do?
about?
What did
I
you
didn't
do?
do anything. I just got mad and
Yeah.
laughed it off because their internet is always bad. I mean, it's like,
Why
but I
would
didn't
they
have
sue
I
you?
didn't have a different option. Then I changed the provider as soon as I could.
Oh,
They literally told me, like, I waited,
was it like a small
waited.
company or?
Yeah, pretty
They were a
much.
small
They got
company.
bought by a different one later on.
Okay.
Yeah, but that was very interesting. I mean,
We're gonna sue
we were
you.
gonna sue, and I'm like, here I am, getting destroyed by some kid that bet $10 against me,
We're getting DDoSed.
and now I'm gonna get sued as well. Good stuff.
Aye.
But it was much better, like on some boot camp, like when the whole room just lost internet. Yeah, instantly.
Yeah, but I mean, that must have been very annoying
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I think we got disqualified from some tournament.
because of a DDoS.
Yeah.
A lot of people ended up getting disqualified by some of the DDoS.
Just happens, I guess. It's still happening somewhere, but no, it's not as
Not
often.
nearly as much. No.
Yeah, not as often.
I mean, I never, obviously I've never tried to DDoS, so I don't know how hard I guess it's
Of
hard
course you
nowadays.
haven't. I've seen
It was
your
only
bets.
me. That was all my
I
DDoSing.
saw you betting there.
My rubles.
Yesterday.
I must save my money.
Yeah, yesterday, what was it? Navi Pango
I was
game?
like, get that
I saw
DDoS
that. Yeah.
Where's my DDoS? No, but I don't know. Maybe the people that did it got bored or something. But well, we say
Or
that. but
protection got better.
Protection got better. I think it was
Protection.
Skype leaks that happened.
It was
Sorry,
mainly Skype was the
Skype.
problem.
Yeah, Skype was definitely one of the problems. You could get the IP
Because
very easily.
I think you could just get it by having someone added.
Yeah. No, just a similar
ring
group or ring them or something. Yeah, it was easy.
As soon as you made a connection, you get the IP.
I remember setting up some protection against it over Amazon web server. I don't even know what I was
there
doing.
was there was some Skype. I remember, there's some program that you could use
Yeah.
to make sure your IP
Exactly.
doesn't get leaked.
Yeah.
That was all the pros started using, streamers and things, and it obviously worked because made them a lot harder to do the DDoSes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, these guys, we've got one of the three of them back, but no, not for long. DJ's back again. Actually, DJ wasn't part of the original three that DC'd.
Well, he's out
He's out.
again. Now
DJ's
we're
out.
waiting
Now
for him.
Jabs is back in.
We're waiting for him and Abed.
Yeah. Let's see. At least this time around, it doesn't look like it's the Dota servers being an issue, so we won't have to worry about any sort of remaking or anything.
Yep.
Everything else seems to be running
That yesterday was really weird, like the frame,
how the server
frame
just-
drops and everything. Yeah. Server just went bonkers.
And it was weird because it was like that specific game wasn't
Yeah.
fixing itself.
Yep.
But apparently other people were playing games and they
What
were
happened in that game in the end? I didn't see
Navi did win.
Navi
Navi
did
won.
They didn't win that game,
but
though,
they won
so
the
they
series.
remade the game, and the game that was game to look like they were winning, they did lose.
Oh, so
but
they
then
lost.
won the series.
Yeah,
so
but they lost that game.
They did
though.
lose that
they,
game
They
that
lost the
remade.
game that they remade, but they were actually winning.
they were actually,
yeah.
so that kind
Yeah.
of sucked,
Yeah.
but then it kind of balanced out because they did.
And
win
and
the
they
karma.
didn't
The
just
karma
win
hit,
the
yeah.
third game; they owned.
They
Was it
stomped?
the third
Yeah,
game
it was very convincing.
So they were super mad. They
Yeah,
were
yeah,
mad.
They
It's
were
fueled them.
Yeah,
Fueled them for sure.
Crush it. Yeah.
I just got a message, by the way,
Oh.
from our producer. She's gonna be stuck in the snow
In the
all
snow.
day. She says she is the snowman.
We
You
should be.
can't come in.
She probably won't come in all day.
I mean,
no.
we should
Too
be.
much snow.
we should be-
Sweden
Yes,
and too
day
much
off.
snow.
Do we get? Is this like when the teacher doesn't
No,
come in?
Listen,
Tommy is
listen.
here.
Day off.
We
Tommy
should be
is
happy
here.
that we're
We get
inside
day
at
off.
all, like
Ooh,
because
let's
we
go play
waited.
Dota.
We waited this morning. We waited outside of the studios in the snow.
We did.
in the snow.
We're happy that anyone even came. I mean, it could have happened that this guy is living on an island as well. And
No,
then,
it was pretty random because he just came running. Like we are in an industrial area. There's nothing around, so I don't know where he came from, but he just came running
just
through the
running,
snow.
yeah, through the snow. Our savior.
Yeah. And it turned out the key was there all along.
Okay, just live stealer remaining to rejoin. and we can finally have this game on once again.
Are they giving a reason in the chat? They haven't, have they?
No, they have not.
Oh,
well,
there we
maybe
go.
they
They're
do
all back now. They're all back.
in the chat somewhere.
Maybe Vepas has someone muted here as well. You never know.
Never know.
Casual.
Nah, probably not.
Flaming tier 1 players, you know, just like you scrubs.
Oh,
no.
this is not looking
Oh.
too great.
What's that? Why they
High ping.
high ping?
That's the first message we got.
That ain't great. I guess that's probably down to their internet, though, as I say. The server seems fine.
Yeah, because yesterday we also had some spikes, and this time we did not.
Okay.
Okay,
Smiley face. And they tip him. And they tip him.
Greetings.
What the? You said that's true. He did say
What?
he was saving his tip.
Fnatic, you
And
have
now-
4 minutes left before
I
Mineski use
see.
their pause. Have to use their pause.
KP's a little upset because KP didn't get tipped to the back at the beginning because apparently he didn't want to, they didn't want to waste their tips. But now the tips are being
No,
used.
the
so
tips,
KP,
like, he lied.
He lied to KP.
Wrong to you, man.
Wait,
KP's mad.
How dare you?
He's onto him.
But did you guys just saw what it said? Fnatic, you've got 4 minutes left before Mineski have to use their
Yeah.
pause. Mineski wouldn't use their pause, though,
we'll
right?
see
Not
if
for
they will.
disconnects for Fnatic.
I mean,
Well, no, they wouldn't.
it's fair
No.
play or
No,
something.
it's
It can happen.
yeah, but it shouldn't really be up to them, should it?
Yep.
It's like
I mean, you shouldn't put Mineski in this spot
Nah.
because maybe they'll need that pause too.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
eventually.
what if Mineski use their pause for Fnatic?
Yeah.
and then
Fnatic's
later
like-
Mineski has intention like Fnatic. Well, screw you guys. you don't have any pause time.
It's all planned out.
Yeah. DDoS. I mean, I think the chances of DDoS are very rare, unlikely.
Nah, I don't think it's
Yeah.
that. It's just hyping.
High ping. Yeah. But how high is high ping? Like, he's
Yeah, exactly.
changing into that. Sounds pretty extreme.
Changing
changed the
he's changing the internet.
He's changing.
Man.
Well, we got message me. Who's writing that? I bet it's Ice. Oh no, it's DJ. Message me, smiley face. Or see this. Message me if you see this. Someone message DJ. I don't have him on Steam. Do you have him on Steam? SOS.
2
Someone
minutes.
message DJ needs help. Somebody tweet at DJ.
Tweet
Say
at
that we
DJ.
saw his message. We saw his cry for help. Maybe something horrible is going on in the Fnatic boot camp at the moment, and he's trying to message us for help.
And this was 5 minutes ago. Who knows what could have
We need
happened
to check
before
the
then?
order of the disconnects. It could be Morse code. They're trying to communicate with us. Fnatic needs help.
What is his Twitter? Is it DJ Dota?
Isn't it Jardel Echo? Is that his name?
What?
Jardel? That's his name, isn't it? Jardel?
How do I
Or
spell that?
I can't remember his name. No, it begins with DJ. It's like DJA.
A?
Yeah, there it is. That's him.
There he
Jardel
is.
Jicko. Yeah, Jardel.
Jardel Jicko.
Jardel Jicko. That's why he gets
Oh,
named
it's
DJ.
last week's 3 hours ago, rather.
3 days ago.
3 days ago.
You muppet. You don't even follow DJ. How
Well,
rude.
because his name is Jardel Jicko. I didn't know it
Jardel
was
Jicko.
DJ. I'll follow him
That's
now.
where DJ's name comes from. His real name. Does it? Wait, I'm going to check if I follow him. Do I follow Jardel Jicko?
Probably not. He also had. He barely tweets.
Does he not really tweet?
He tweeted 3 days ago about a community, or about a let's work together to clean up esports
I
betting.
do follow DJ and DJ.
We're ready. We're here already.
He follows
Oh,
me
it's-
back. You know, me and DJ, we're tight.
Yeah, you guys are
it's
tight.
tight.
Yeah.
I'll message you. I'll drop him a DM right now. You know, just because I can. Jardel Jicko. Let's see.
Right.
Right, so they did not get that first blood on this lane.
They did not, even
Yeah.
though it was pretty close.
It was on both sides.
Yeah.
Baby was kind of reckless there, but so was Ice.
Ooh, the wind run.
Yeah, you can't really
Strategies.
fight it, but you aren't really hitting that Magnus that has a stout shield for too much.
Kittens.
You can see the way he's hiding in the trees. You aren't gonna wind run.
But overall,
Any
this
longer.
lane is going very well for Fnatic, right? They're keeping 3 heroes busy with the 2 of them.
Yeah.
But RG's getting free farm. Right.
No, I think that's good. There's this fact. If you send someone on the bottom lane, you're not gonna help that Doom. He's still gonna get wrecked. So it's pretty decent that they're trialing top, trying to at least have this PA free farming. Yeah, the wind run is there.
She's got plenty of regen as well.
Yeah, that Doom has 6 CS, Pango 9, so these offlaners aren't doing too well, but the Doom is alone, so maybe he's gonna have some more experience.
Yeah.
What's he got?
At the same time, I don't even know where he is. I don't see him on the map. I'm
yeah.
blind. There he is. He's trying to creep skip.
He's level 3,
Oh,
same level as
yeah.
Tango.
He's about half a level.
Yeah. He has a good creep though. That satire helps him. +2 mangoes. He has
That's a lot of
12 regen actually. Yeah.
Ooh.
Pretty good.
Oh, hey,
Oh, this is a Grimstroke's taking a whole bunch of damage because their spirit with the DD rune came out, and there's also Febby in a lot of trouble. He doesn't have a skewer anymore. He will go down.
There we go. Can they
The
get
first blood
the
is on
Grim
the
as well?
board. Grim is popping himself,
He's
and he's
gonna get out.
teleporting to the tier 1.
No, he took back to base, didn't he?
No,
Oh, there he
he
is.
There as well.
It's right there, man. He's just testing.
Yeah.
us. He's just testing.
Wait, what? Weren't we talking about Grimstroke?
Right. I mean, Puck is doing fairly
He's
well.
crushing it.
24 versus 15. I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, Visage isn't your hero that wins the lane. That, you have to keep that in mind. Like, Visage just loses 9 out of 10 lanes. And Puck isn't really the best laner versus Visage, definitely, but he's fine too. And once Visage gets level 6, Puck is gone. Like, there's nothing he can do there. Like, he's so horrible versus Visage. Few levels in that armor, plus the birds, you're just done. And, I mean, he's denying 14 creep. He has denied 14 creep so far away from the Visage. But Visage is still going to have a decent level. Decent time 6. Oh my god, the amount of these creeps over here.
Creeps out.
What's happening?
Why are there so many? Oh, Pi
He might
got
fall.
shackled.
I got shackled.
And maybe he can walk up to the high ground. The Dream Coil is actually holding them back.
Oh.
That will be enough. And from the high ground, Pi still gets that kill on Jabs. Well played for him. He lives.
Yeah, very well played, actually.
Jabs
Baited them
dies.
there.
Yeah, that was Dream Coil used though, and Moon is now out of mana. He needs that rune that's spawning, and he didn't get it.
I mean, you can't use that Dream Call for the Visage kill, I think. Like, you need multiple supports to rotate in.
Hello?
Yeah, he's regening so...
He's got a
He
lot of
is.
regen.
And all these creeps. They're gonna make
He's
it
a-
tough to chase.
Yeah, he's actually doing fine right now. Level 5.25. Not too shabby.
Not too shabby at all.
It's not about experience on this Doom, though. It is, but at the same time, it's more important that
He gets the support items, right?
yeah, that he gets those utility items, the Vlads, the Vanguard, the Crimson. The Crimson is the most important. Every time you see a Visage, it's just that someone has to get
Yeah.
that. Then Shiva's later on just crushes that hero. Pango is gonna get those arcanes finally, and that's when this hero becomes so much stronger. You need arcanes or a bottle or something. It used to be a Basilius even before, when Crystal Maiden was played a lot. You could play Pango with Bassi plus the Crystal Maiden on the lane. That was pretty legit. But right now, arcanes or bottle. He opted to go for arcanes. He's gonna get them now. The only thing with arcanes is, like, you get them, and then when you're level 10, you get that 3 mana region and you feel like, I invested in arcanes. So, but it's still alright. You can get Greaves, which allow you to survive versus some silences, which is still pretty legit.
Yeah, I mean, you're playing against the Puck, so...
Yep.
Can be certainly nice for that.
And you can give mana to your teammates too, so it's alright. They can start spamming out top with Swashbuckle and Power Shot. Pretty good. And the birds are here. The burbs.
Yep, the
are-
burbs.
Yeah, they're on the mid lane. And yeah, everything changes now.
Scary.
This Puck, look at that. Just
Yeah, he cannot be alone anymore. That's why Pi is hanging around there too, but
Yep.
Pi can't hang too close because then he's going to steal too much experience from Moon, but that also means that Pi is going to get stuck at level 3 for a long time. It's a tough balance to walk. By the way, this MP Livestreamer is having a field day.
Yeah.
On top of the
I mean,
last
it's
hits and
Doom.
eyes.
It's Doom versus Nyx.
Yeah.
Doom loses that always.
And it's one of MP's
Yeah.
best.
Mhm.
It's his life stealer.
And so you're losing with Doom, you're losing with Puck. I mean, you haven't lost with Puck yet, but you're gonna start losing now. Puck has no ways of dealing with layers of Visage. Just can't deal with the armor. There is Inkswell around though, so maybe Grimstroke could help out there. Maybe they could even get him. Grimstroke isn't even that bad. The birds do count when it comes to the damage of his first spell.
Yeah.
So,
Maybe, yeah, if we can get the angle right, it can help him hit the Visage himself a little harder.
there's a Midas completed. PA. Oh, Shackle is there.
Ooh, nice Shackle.
Well, they drew
And
the
the
power
stun.
shot and the roll through, but
Nice saving
Skewer.
skewer.
just
And
gonna
Puck
be
is
fine.
here though, they can turn this. Well, PA is very low, but they can still try and turn this.
And P also just jumped away, so he's got that
Yeah,
angle on.
they probably shouldn't.
Oh.
So Puck rotation is basically useless,
Yeah.
and because of that, Visage should be... Yeah, Dyer's middle tower is under attack instantly after. Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
what Visage does. I mean,
That's what happens.
if Puck was here, he could be able to maybe pull the creeps away, but he wasn't, so... They were forced to use that fortification. Like, how do these creeps feel? Like, they're just dying, they don't even see what's hitting them. It's like,
That's very frustrating.
yeah, has to be.
Very sad. Just imagine. You're just sitting on your couch, you know, watching
When
some
someone is
Dota.
slicing and
Then
dicing
someone all
you,
of a
yeah.
sudden starts stabbing you, but you don't see the knife.
Oh god, that's scary.
It's
That's
terrifying.
actually so scary.
It's like you just start bleeding and like, what's happening? And before you know
Can
it,
we
you
stop? Oh,
Oh!
Woo!
there we go.
Left.
He's not got a TP.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. No, he does not.
He's not got a TP.
Jabs, why didn't you kick
And
your
there's a
boy?
bounty rune. No,
Yeah.
they still get it though.
Can still get kicked.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Kick him.
Kick him. Come closer. He's
I've
not
got
standing on the
6
right
seconds.
side of the thing.
Nah, he can kick him from there.
Yeah, just kick him. Too bad he can't pull him, but
There
you
we
can
go.
kick him.
Can you kick him from there?
Yeah,
Kick
of
him.
course, easy.
There we go. Got your fam.
He was like, beg for it.
Yeah.
What am I getting if I kick you? They were negotiating
If he could
terms.
fake the kick, he would have been. You know, How did you get up there, stupid?
No.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
All right. So far, though, I mean, this game is now is even, right?
Dire's
Yep.
top tower has
But
Even
we
ish.
are right on the cusp of Visage making it a Visage show.
Yeah, we're just waiting for this tier 1 to fall on mid, and after it
Yeah.
does, he's just gonna start rotating, and
Yeah.
that's when the game changes.
Yeah.
It's basically it's up to Visage to decide how this game is gonna be played. Where he goes, everyone has to, pretty much. You have to defend that.
Well, and
And-
it's all about towers, and just make it a fast game, right? Because the only thing the Mineski needs is time, and you can deny that.
They need so much time, though. They need that. I don't see it. I honestly don't see how they defend any tower. They just need to split push all the time. Like, what are you gonna do? You have no way of fighting.
No.
Like, absolutely no damage. Maybe if you get a good smoke with the Doom, it's possible. I mean, Lifestealer did go for Midas, so it definitely is possible, but it's very difficult. And they do have that smoke right now on the Doom. Earth Spirit is gonna break it.
Uh-oh. Jabs. He's been found.
Yep, we got it.
And he kills.
But is the support then? They're taking the tier 2 top.
Yeah, and you still didn't defend even. You still didn't even take the tier 1
No.
for that kill, and you lost the tier 2 on top. So it's not really great. It's
Not worth
not that
it.
worth it. With that smoke, you wanted to have like some game-changing fight, which you would possibly kill Visage. Now that Visage has Dominator, I really love it that players are buying Dominator even when they're playing versus Doom. You just don't care. Yeah, you can devour my creep, so what?
You just get a new one.
Yeah.
See size here going for the play onto Pi.
All the rolling stones
And they go.
clashing to kill that poor
Oh,
Grimstroke.
I'm going to try the Dream Code down onto Ice. I mean, this should definitely be a kill.
He has
Can't
hits,
be that.
but he's gone, yeah.
No way to get out of that one.
It turns into a favorable trade for Mineski, but they have some backup
Is
there.
it though?
They've got the silence perfectly done
He's
so
gone.
onto the puck. And Moon's out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that trade just went horribly wrong for them as they lost the puck. It's such a bad puck game, honestly.
And it was its first 2 picked puck.
Yeah, it was early. That's why we assumed it would not be in the mid lane position, but Mineski did decide to bump it up to that rock.
The problem is if you put puck offlane after Visage is picked, you won't have that utility hero. So maybe you'd pick something that crushes Visage. That would be optimal.
Yeah, I assume you're not going to have anyone that's building a Crimson or a Hive.
Yeah, but then perhaps you have a hero that just destroys him throughout the game, like something like a Timber or that would have maybe worked. PL even. PL isn't picked a lot. That hero destroys Visage on mid.
We've not really seen many PL.
The problem with PL is though you destroy him, but once he gets Dominator and Birds, you're still farming.
Is Grimstroke also not pretty decent against PL? And Grimstroke is like in almost all games.
We're thinking about PL with...
Oh, with the Grimstroke.
Against the Visage.
Against the Visage.
I guess, yes.
Yeah. And against the Nikes, forces Nikes into going for that Radiance
but
build.
then Pango is pretty good against PL as well.
Yeah. And our Spirit isn't half bad either. And PL isn't really strong right now. So.
And Wind Ranger is okay.
Yeah.
Well, with higher power shot damage, she is.
We have a blink on Pango actually, and he's going to get.
He uses it.
And he's on top of KP. KP, he may be beefy, but not beefy enough.
No, you're not beefy when you can't even do anything.
He is beefy enough.
He's very beefy.
He is beefy enough.
Yeah, Vanguard.
Does he have some backup?
Seeing to the mid lane, Arbed's in trouble. He just both familiars taken as well. They
actually
do lose KP.
Those are re-summoned familiars,
Yeah,
so he's going to be out of familiars for like about 120. So that's horrible for them.
Terrible.
Is this something that Mineski can capitalize on? Like, should they try to make movements and things?
No, I mean, they have 2-3 minutes to work with right now. It's awesome for them. Like that's the best
2 minutes,
kill.
no familiar. I mean, the Visage is useless for 2 minutes. He's dead for 2 minutes.
That's the worst scenario always for a Visage. You die and you resummon just before dying because you think, all right, I'm going to resummon, I'm going to stun them, I'm going to run away, and then you lose both the birds and yourself. It's horrible. It's like the worst thing. So you're basically stuck on a lane right now. He does have a Dominator, so that's kind of all right. He's going to be able to dominate the creep. And now the PA has Dazzle. Honestly, this chain of events in which, yeah, they did get Doom, but they lost Visage, hurt Fnatic more,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Because, like, yeah, they smoked up, but Visage had to catch up to them. He wasn't really with them in that smoke, and he got caught. And then, even though you killed Doom, you still can't push. So, there should be 5-man Dotes right now, and it isn't. And there's the Crimson Guard completed now on Doom 2. I really love that he rushed it. It's definitely a must-have item here. So, yep.
So all this time that they're going to have without familiars, they're just going to use it to farm?
Yep. Like, you can't do anything else, I think. You have a Midas on Nikes.
Could you just take any towers?
I mean, if an opportunity presents itself, maybe you can, but you're just going to farm, I think. Maybe you can do something with Pango and Nikes again. Like, you don't need birds for that. You killed Doom before, you can do it again, but it is problematic. That PA still has that Magnus, remember. She's farming really fast.
She is.
9k gold right now on top of the network charts. There the birds are, resummoned. Now they can do something as a team again, hopefully.
Well, they can.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
They should before Fabi gets Blink Dagger as well. Like, you should take the majority of these remaining towers. Oh, or Roche. Yeah, you have Medallion as well on Visage, so this shouldn't be taking too long.
Nope. In the meantime, they're not even going to take the tier 2 bottom. Maybe they're going to make a bit of a dent in it, but I think Fnatic will be back in time to defend that.
Yeah, this is a pretty fast rush for this time of the game.
And with that, they can quite easily look to push for those last 2 tier 2s. Get that tier 1 down bottom as well.
I love the creep that Visage is rocking, by the way, the small set are. The smallest one with the purge. I mean, what can you purge off? Everything, I suppose. Can't purge off that Doom, though, if you do get doomed.
Can you purge in power?
I think so.
Yeah, should be able to dispose you.
Do you guys like that PA built the Vlads herself?
Does anyone else have Blads? No, so.
I was gonna say,
No.
is there a second
I don't know. No, I don't think there is. But like, I feel like a Doom is one of those heroes that could get a Vlad.
Doom is,
as well.
but he had to rush
yeah,
instead.
Man, he's getting gone on.
Yeah, but
With the Crimson, he's
so
yeah.
more than
tanky.
tanky enough. Yeah.
they just don't do damage. That's the thing.
And he did it. He did pop
It gets
the
blocked
Crimson for
out.
that.
Everything gets blocked out. But yeah, he did pop Crimson, and it does have a decent cooldown. So maybe that's your opportunity to take this tier 2 mid. It
Yep.
definitely is.
They're going
Yeah.
for it.
Magnus still quite far away from that blink.
Oh, Pango has his eyes on the PA, maybe. Oh,
The infest is there. They might look to fight.
I don't know. I think Ice is on the hunt together with their spirit.
There we go. Earth Spirit
Yeah.
infested, wrapping around. But you can see that line there, just split, guys.
Oh, he's going in.
Oh,
Yup.
Whoa, that's a
Ooh, and
deep
RP instantly.
dive here. Fnatic, will they get punished for this one? They're going to lose the Earth Spirit. Fnatic still trying to fight into the base of Mineski.
this is just crazy. This
You got to
is-
get out of
Yeah.
This is a very, very deep dive from Fnatic.
At least they're getting the tier 2
Yeah,
tower.
they
it
only
looks
lost
like.
the Earth Spirit. That could have been a whole lot worse. If that PA was there with that
If
RP,
PA,
then
if PA was
whoa.
there, yeah, it's
Yeah.
completely different.
That can turn around real
That was
fast.
a risky. That
That was
a
super risky
play.
because you're
Yeah.
giving them, like, that's the only way they RP you properly right now. They
You
don't
just
have a
roll
Blink
into
Dagger,
them.
you roll into them. And yeah, sure, why not? Fnatic YOLOing it.
You gotta be careful.
You know, I think that is actually good for Fnatic, because now they'll be more careful, and the only thing they lost for that life lesson is an Earth Spirit. It could have been so much worse.
He didn't use that Doom here.
Hold on to it because you saw the rage coming out, so I guess not confident that he'd have enough damage to do so.
And there's
There's
Aegis,
one
right?
back.
So
Yeah, that's true. Yes,
Earth Spirit back in it as well. There's at least one silent on that. Oh, by Earth Spirit. All right.
again,
Quick crits
Nice
coming
crits.
through. The Crimson Guard still doing so much. KP will now finally wear off. KP's going to be chased down by MP. MP will be able to find him. They'll now turn towards Moon. Moon, can he get himself away? He's going to be able to jaw
Yeah.
to the orb and will keep himself safe.
I think you're just happy if you're Mineski that only your Doom died. And you can really see the strength of that hero and the way he itemized right now. The only thing you have to do if you're Mineski right now is stray them away from your towers for as long as they have that Aegis. After the Aegis is reclaimed, try to use that Doom on the Nyx, take him down. Then you can possibly fight. But
Ooh, that
caught out.
is indeed.
he tried to use that orb to keep the creep wave away, to maybe stop them from pushing.
Yeah.
But yeah, he pays the ultimate price for that.
Yep. Ice jumping forward with the swashbuckle, getting the silence off as well.
I mean, even if he didn't, the orb was way too deep.
Yeah.
And then you
couldn't
can't blink.
blink out
Yeah,
anymore.
because you're hit. And now you lose 2 towers instantly.
Yikes.
Yikes, indeed.
Sorry. That's only the first time in...
Stop saying
Second
out.
time in 3 days, though.
Don't be a dum-dum.
Second time in 3 days. Could be worse.
Use proper English, please.
Well, that is bad. What is the alternative? Whoopsie.
No.
Just nothing.
Just, no, yeah. You don't need to make these pointless sounds. This is a serious game
But-
with professional players.
Pointless sound.
Pointless
That's our
sounds.
job description.
Yeah, but to a
much.
limit, you know. Sort of we can only go so far with the pointless sounds.
Hey, do you want to come to Sweden to make some pointless sound?
Yeah, there's a threshold.
No. That was below the threshold.
Yeah.
All right. Lesson learned.
We have to raise the bar.
Oh. So, I mean, it's a pretty low action game. 22 minutes. It's
Yeah.
only 7 for 6.
Do we have a blink? We have a blink.
Yeah.
We have a blink. We have a Doom. Aegis should have been reclaimed by now, right? Haven't
It
really
is
checked.
still pretty scary though, because
Yeah.
once that RP is
Aegis
used,
is gonna
there's
be
nothing
reclaimed.
that Fnatic.
That's why they're smoked up.
Yeah.
So they're basically timing this around this Aegis and blinking. There we go. Now you have that smoke. You blink in. You RP. You Doom someone, and you fail. If you fail all of that, you lose.
I was gonna say, if they fail, then
Yeah, it's over.
it's over.
They lose the side. If they don't fail, however, they could just take the game.
Well, there's still some tier 1 towers.
There's
Let's not
still
get
some-
ahead
no,
of ourselves.
I'm not saying that they're gonna instantly win, but the game is definitely gonna
Be more
break
even.
one way
Yeah,
or the other
for sure.
in the next team fight.
Radiant's top tower is
Because the
under
Visage still wants to be in control. And Mineski, they do have ways of dealing with him right now. You can see how carefully the Fnatic is playing right now. They aren't that cocky team that's just running across the map everywhere. They're hiding in the trees, you know, they're just very... They're not giving away their positions at all, and because they know what can happen any moment. So they truly respect Mineski's strengths right now.
Yeah. Now that we are well, almost 25 minutes into the game, what are we thinking about that first pick, Wind Ranger?
Yeah, I don't know. Still not super convinced. She went for Maelstrom, I believe.
Well, I think it's okay.
I saw a Javelin.
Yeah, it's just...
It was all right on the
He's
lane.
crushing.
Yeah.
I mean, look, he's got decent farm. DJ, he's gonna have an impact of her.
Yeah, but because of that, your Earth Spirit is like position 5 Earth Spirit.
Sure, I mean that's
Could that Earth Spirit have
it is
a bigger
5 Earth
impact?
Spirit
Yeah.
then,
DJ has
here.
a
Here we go.
life stealer in her.
Does he have Blink or something? Why is he?
No, I don't
right?
think so.
Yep,
There he
he's
does.
got it.
Oh, he does.
He's in and they've caught out the puck once again.
There you go. I'm telling
Look,
you,
he's got
DJ
the killing
amazing.
blow too.
Super impactful,
Yeah.
much better than Earth Spirit position 4. I'm loving
DJ
it.
Wind Ranger. The classic.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as you get Blink Dagger on Wind Ranger, you have another way of initiating with that Blink into Shackle, so that's pretty good. And wait, what does he have as well? I can't find him. Oh, so Blink and Javelin. All right, so it's those casual Javelin spams that used to happen before on Wind Rangers and on Pangos. That's very good. So there's a Crimson and a Buckler finished on Pango. He's very tanky right now.
Oh, DJ
DJ.
has been found this time.
Yeah, he's gone. He's a goner.
Managed to spend up and buy that Maelstrom. Before he goes down, there's the full MKB now for MP.
Oh, that's really good for them.
Yeah,
With
if
this
they can
MKB,
get on top of this PA, they're going to have the damage to tear through it.
They finally have a way of dealing with the PA.
Radiant's bottom tower
Maelstrom
is under
completed on the
attack.
DJ, by the way.
Radiant
So they've got some good
structures are
right click now.
fortified.
They can lock down the targets.
They have multiple targets, multiple heroes that deal good physical damage. Visage, now Wind Ranger and
Radiant's bottom
Knights.
tower is under attack.
So, but there's a BKB on
Radiant's
PA.
bottom tower has
That's a problem.
fallen.
How do you stop that? There isn't really a way. Nothing that you can do against that BKB. Once it's popped, you basically need to run and kite.
They can kite though.
They can.
They've got speeds. They got escapes, almost everybody, so...
They're creating a lot of space with these infest bombs. Like they're letting this Visage get his Hex. But your Midas is on.
I was going to say, he wants to use his Midas.
Yeah.
He wants out.
Oh, he wants farm.
Let him out!
He's got to... Oh, there you go. They might be able to let him out here if they get themselves on top of the puck and look for the kill puck.
Is he gonna use the Midas? Double Doom, is it?
It's got them with the RP as well, yeah. The double doom was there onto both the Earth Spirit and the Life Stealer. That's going to cause a lot of issues here for Fnatic as they cannot get out. They've lost 2. They're going to lose the Visage as well.
Ooh, and the
Mineski
bird.
just overrun them there. The Doom Grimstroke combo coming into play.
Has fallen.
Yeah, Doom, Grimstroke, Magnus PA. We were talking about these combos.
Yep.
They're truly strong.
Bash as
And
well,
Mineski,
Margit.
yeah.
It does mean that when everybody comes back from being dead, there's no RP, there's no Doom, and we're going to see Fnatic look for something.
I predicted Fnatic because I thought that they were gonna crush the lane so hard and that they were gonna continue winning after, and they did, and they did take all the towers, but it doesn't really matter. Doom eventually get that.
Oh, and they've lost jabs on the front
Shackle!
end.
Oh, nice positioning though.
Trying to roll away, but he cannot do so. Ice has gone in with the Rolling Thunder. But
Oh, he got
without
stuck.
3 alive, there's
Silence.
not really much more they can do, and Ice is just going to end up feeding by a little bit with that play. No,
Oh,
maybe,
no, you got, they got him. Maybe
Oh,
they can get
DJ.
Wind Ranger as well. The stun comes out.
Everybody on Fnatic crumbling.
Oh, the
Visage,
save your
what are you
body
doing?
syndrome is
Abed.
happening.
Get out
Abed.
of that.
What are you doing,
What
Abed?
are you doing? You can't save your friends.
That's like
no.
triple kill for
no.
Doom.
It's like the first game, but the other way around. These
Yeah.
times
Yes.
Fnatic just going a bit crazy around a Roche pit and
Yeah.
just feeding everybody.
Top
Yeah, but
tower is
it was obvious that the game might go this way for Mineski, because it felt like Fnatic just didn't completely utilize their strengths after the laning stage.
I mean, and this PA
I mean,
is so massive because of this
yeah.
Empire. Look at it, 5k ahead pretty much of MP's Lifestealer. As a Lifestealer with a Midas as well.
Yeah.
You know, this is how far
I mean,
this
it's
PA
Empower.
is.
It's
Yeah.
Empower always.
It's
Just
crazy.
boost your farm crazy, in a crazy way, yeah. And I mean, they did. Honestly, Fnatic did utilize everything. They did what they could, but it just wasn't enough. Eventually, you get this Crimson on Doom. Eventually, you have this PA just farming with Empower. And you know what they did, actually? The roll onto the high ground when they got RP, that stopped that push, too. So that did slow them down a little bit, but
Yeah.
it's just the superior draft of Mineski that's... Even with the lousy laning stage, eventually it comes online, you have
PA
this
Magnus?
double Doom, you have this RP, PA Magnus. There are ways for Fnatic to still take it. They, first and foremost, don't get double doomed. That's like...
That's
the
lesson
main-
one. Step one.
That's step one. After that, you can fight.
The RP is back up again.
It's very hard
Are there
to kill this
birds?
PA, I mean, to kill them even twice.
Does the Visage have some birds?
I don't think so. He can't resummon.
No,
Oh,
no, he
has-
still has. He has. Yeah.
So at least the birds are alive.
Yeah.
Will they kill this PA?
At the moment, they just don't. Rolling Thunder though, going
Trying to
in.
get on the back lines. MP will try and go for it, but the Phantom Stroke will allow the PA to jump back and reset. Arjit turning towards Ice. So there'll be the RP on the high ground down onto two of them, locking them in. They've lost jabs, they've lost Ice. Ice does not have a buyback available, so Mineski can push on, take the tier 3 tower. I'll look to reset back up, play it safe.
They didn't even use the Aegis in that one.
I didn't. This is a very scary lineup now. Mineski.
Pango went in, got leashed. Couldn't, like, even his ultimate isn't working anymore properly the way it used to. Just couldn't move. It was just locked in spots. So yeah, great ulti, but doesn't work.
Does not work.
BKB on Doom, so he'll
Yeah,
have an even
BKB.
easier job just walking in and dooming.
He got blinked that last fight too, so it's like blink Doom, blink BKB, and you can Doom whoever you want to. There's nothing that can stop you. So
And look who they've found. Abed.
yeah, he's
Couple of birds.
Chase down
Oh,
here. He does
here we
have some
go.
backup. In fact, it's by the shrine. Maybe by the shrine they can turn things around. They're good on top of Arjit. They're able to take the Aegis away from the PA. So this fight, Mineski choose to take around the shrine. Maybe costly. They do still get Abed. He's least in position, this Pangolier. But they still jump out.
Oh,
They're on top of Arjit. Arjit pops the BKB. He's getting the crits as well. The life steal keeping him alive.
Oh,
Magnus and PA are too damn strong. It's a
GG.
team wipe. It's
GG.
GG. And Mineski
Take
take
it.
game 2.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
let's go.
BKB, I mean, you were right. The moment that BKB was used, it's like nothing is hurting him anymore.
no damage whatsoever.
No
ever
damage.
afterwards. Yep.
We shouldn't have gone against the PA Magnus.
I didn't.
No,
didn't,
she
but
still.
we
I'm
did.
gonna. I'm not
Give
gonna
me
even
a
get
point.
up.
Put me
honestly.
back
Here,
to even with Owen.
here you go. There.
That's the point.
It means Lizard is now 2 points behind.
I'm 2 points behind both of you, right? Yeah.
Magnus.
Nah, it's
Yeah,
fine.
It's okay.
And they, I mean, yeah, that just shows like, I mean, obviously Mineski did play well, but
They did.
because they had that combo, it was just ridiculous how far ahead they could get.
And because Fnatic
Yeah.
had Wind Ranger Pango, which eventually
Yeah.
just stopped working.
I mean, I would like to see DJ on a hero that is not Wind Ranger.
Oh, I think his win range is fine.
His
It
Wind
was-
Ranger
it
is
was
fine,
alright.
but
Yeah.
normally when he's on a different hero, he can do more, you know? I'm not saying that his Wind Ranger is bad, but it's just his Wind Ranger. I would like to see a more active...
I'd still say that Pango that uses ulti and then is just stuck in Puck's ult and just rolls in spot is the
That's
biggest
quite a-
issue.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest problem. On one side you have this Pango that's like, I don't know, rolling thunder, BB, just rolls around or rolls in spot, does nothing. And on the other team you have this Doom that worst case scenario, he dooms one target,
Yeah.
or no one, but at least he gives Crimson. And best case scenario, he dooms your Nikes and another
Yeah.
hero. So it's
It's also what you guys said though. You guys were expecting Fnatic to do way better in the lanes itself.
Yeah.
and they did.
They did okay, but they didn't walk away with it.
Well, they were
Yeah.
taking tier 1, you know, they were getting the push on. They were hitting
Yeah.
the timings with the Visage, but yeah, that one really bad fight over there, half of the map around that Roshia. You know, so that jungle side of the map was just disastrous. And then you know,
I think
at
they
that
jumped
point,
Puck there, right? They tried to take down
Yes.
Puck.
No, Grimstroke.
I can't remember.
When they jumped to the tier 3,
Oh yeah,
that was a Grimstroke.
no, not tier 3.
Where-
Around the tier 1
around the
before
tier-
Rush
where,
fight.
where they just lost that terrible fight.
Yeah. So basically,
yeah.
they jumped Puck, thinking, all right, if we take him out, we can fight. But they couldn't. And then you follow up with RP, you follow up with Doom. I think once that Magnus had Blink, the game just completely changed.
Blink
way,
and BKB.
yeah, the way you had to, and Blink and BKB on Doom.
Doesn't matter though. It's a 1-1, and actually that's the way we like it, because that means we're going to see one more game between these two teams, and that game will be the deciding game of which one of these two teams will make it to the major. The other one is dropping to the lower bracket. It's not game over for that team just yet, but obviously it's a little bit of a bad feeling. You want to be the first one to qualify here for the Southeast Asian region, and they're all of course trying to qualify for the CORSAIR Dream League Season 11. It's a major in Stockholm in March, and that is worth fighting for. We'll be right back after the break.